What is your sketchy motel horror story? Way back when I was in college, I was driving alone across the state for a family event when I got too tired to finish the trip, so I decided to stay in a motel. But because it was almost midnight, the only place open was a rundown roadside motel. I decided to stop being so picky and suck it up just for one night. The lobby smelled like cigarette smoke, and the front desk clerk barely looked at me, just slid the room key across the counter like he was tired of doing the same thing. The room was old but clean enough. One bed, a thin curtain, and a buzzing AC unit. I double-locked the door, showered quickly, and tried to sleep. Around 1:30 a.m., I heard footsteps outside, slow, dragging, like someone pacing in front of the door. At first, I thought maybe another guest was drunk. Then the footsteps stopped directly in front of my door. No knock, just silence. I immediately turned off the TV and listened. I started to think that maybe it was the motel staff and just forgot to say something, but a full minute passed, nothing happened. My forehead creased as I asked myself if I was imagining it when I heard footsteps again. This time more than one set, moving back and forth. Like someone is impatiently waiting for me to open the door. That's when I decided to check. When I looked at the peephole, there were 3 men standing in the walkway facing my door. No bags, no keys, just staring. One of them leaned forward and tried my doorknob gently, like he was testing whether I had forgotten to lock it. My chest went cold. I grabbed the landline and called the front desk. No answer. I called again, still nothing. The men didn't leave. They just stayed there waiting. Finally, I dialed 911 and whispered that someone was trying to get inside my room. The operator told me officers were on the way and instructed me to stay on the call. When the police arrived, the men scattered down a side alley behind the motel like they'd done this before. The officers told me they had gotten several suspicious calls about that place. Men hanging around waiting for women traveling alone. The worst part? The front desk clerk never came out. He didn't even pretend to check what happened. It was like he expected it, or planned it. I stayed at the police station the rest of the night. At sunrise, I checked out and drove away shaking. I'll never stay in any roadside motel alone again.